Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second video edition of Ask the Broads. First off, thank you all for your kind words regarding our Tyler Mott interview. We had a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do some more fun stuff for you guys in the future. With that said, our first question comes from Courtney at CJesse on Twitter. Now that you've had Tyler Mott on your podcast, who's at the top of your dream guest list?
Ooh. Mina Kimes is at the top of my dream guest list because, yeah, she's just my favorite person in this world. I think she's amazing at what she does, her writing, her journalism, and just the way she talks football. And also just how she's a nerd. I adore that as well. Just everything Mina.
Are we talking like dream guest in terms of someone we could like legitimately get? Or like dream guest just in general? Because I think we could get Lexi LaFleur to come on, Lexi Brown. And I really like her.
I think we could totally do that.
And she's really fun. In terms of dream, I would say also Mina Kimes probably. Or like, I don't know. Hillary Knight.
Mina Kimes is a really good one. Yeah, if we're doing realistic, I want to like work my way through the Canucks wags because I think that'd be really funny. But we've had this discussion where we have a plan to like get wags on, but ask them nothing about their husbands or partners basically, and only talk to them about themselves and what they do. I think if we're gonna talk like anyone, I think Mina Kimes is a really good one. Maybe Katie Nolan.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Kayla Gray. I would love to have Kayla Gray on.
We could probably do that. Izzy went to school with her.
This is already a very productive Zoom.
This is what I realized, like their lives, like the lives of the industry people is just having people's numbers and like cold calling them and like I could never do that. I'm not that person.
Coming up with a to-do list for Izzy.
Yeah. Please contact X, Y, and Z. You can be our producer. He doesn't look happy about it.
At Nux355 on Twitter asks, if you were a WAG, what's the team you'd most want to be a part of? And which would you least want to be a part of?
Ooh.
You guys are caught up in the WAG stuff more than I am.
So the last time, excuse me, the last time I watched Hockey Wives, which like, I guess the last time that aired was like 8 years ago. But Paige Getzlaff was talking about how the Anaheim Ducks facilities, or I guess the rink technically, didn't have, there was no alcohol allowed in the wives room. So not that one. Not want to be part of the Ducks. I think I would want to be in like like Nashville or something where you don't have to deal with like the crazy chaos of media and like have to deal that with your partner, but you're still in kind of a fun city. So probably Nashville, I think I'd say.
I would say, first of all, I have like no desire to be a WAG ever. I feel like that would be not my ideal situation. But yeah, I agree with George's thought process of like a fun place that's chill. So maybe like Denver. I love Denver. So Colorado.
I would go with San Jose because the Bay Area, and it'd just be nice because, you know, depression and all that during hockey season to live somewhere really nice. Then I could come back in Vancouver in the summer. So that would be like a good situation.
So I have heard from friends who are friends with San Jose Wags. You can like figure out who's from Vancouver. That their wags have like the most drama. Like they're up there in terms of team drama of like wags not liking each other and being super dramatic.
Oh man, I'm very low key, so that would be.
Yeah, I think like the other thing is you just don't want to end up somewhere like, oh, sorry, Canada.
Buffalo.
But like, yeah, like Buffalo or like
Buffalo, you're at least close to New York.
Yeah,
that's true.
So like
That's
Winnipeg
true.
or
Oh my god,
Montreal would be really cool. I really love Montreal, but there seems a little chaotic in terms of like I'd like to live in a place where you could go out with your significant other and it wasn't like a thing, you know. Like I feel like when people do that in Vancouver or Toronto, like it's a whole thing, and I don't like being the center of attention. I say this like I could potentially be a wag. Not happening.
Tampa.
But then you'd have to live in Florida.
That's
hey,
true.
no taxes. Why they all go there?
And then like go there for like hockey season and run back to Vancouver after.
I think his name is Jonathan on Instagram. Danny, you follow him, but his handle has no vowels. But he asks, what's our dream sporting event to attend?
Ooh.
I would go Wimbledon finals.
Yeah, you
World
could like
Cup.
wave at the Royals and like see. That would be fun.
Yeah.
My dream sporting event that I have actually tried to go to, and it's like impossible, it's also insanely expensive, is I would probably murder someone if I could go to the Ohio State Michigan game on Thanksgiving weekend at the Big House. They do like a 6-hour pregame show on ESPN because it's considered like one of the biggest sports rivalries in the States, and you can't buy tickets. Like if you try to buy tickets on StubHub, it's like $600 US a ticket for a college football game.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's my dream.
I think I think I would want to go to like a soccer event. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to go to the World Cup, but I think I would want to go to like a Champions League final or like you know what? I think it would be fun to go to like a North London Derby game. Just experience it. I just think I want to go and witness like being in that kind of crowd, because the only crowds I've been in have been hockey and baseball, and like they're not super involved. So yeah, probably North London Derby.
Mine would be the March Madness final, because that'd be really fun. I would not say like the Super Bowl, because like I'd actually like want to watch the game, and I would not be watching it if I was like at the game. So that's why I would not pick the Super Bowl.
I feel like you're also sitting in your seats for a long time in the Super Bowl.
Right? And there's like the long halftime. I mean, it's like a cool show, but like, and I couldn't even imagine going to like the bathroom and stuff. And like that post-pandemic is like going to be the worst.
I feel like those are only like, that would only be good if you were in like a suite. Like the people that go to the suites or whatever. I mean, you have to like know a celebrity basically, or the owner of the team. That's like the only time you're really having fun, I would say.
Yeah.
Graham Cass on Instagram, what's our go-to Starbucks order?
Oh God.
Okay, Danny,
Danny's gonna take like a decade to say hers.
Well, which one do you want? I have my Friday one that's like really bougie.
Both.
Okay, give us everything.
Okay, so like if I go a lot. I go to the point where my local like one by my work at Christmas, they give me a Christmas card that like the entire staff signs, and they like write a little nice message. And
So
it's like loaded, like the whole entire.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Anyways, like right now, because it's like the salted caramel mocha season or whatever, the holiday drinks, and that's like my favorite one. So like I'll get that like on Fridays, but I'll get like a venti triple, just 1 pump of white mocha, 1 pump of toffee nut, non-fat milk, extra hot, no whip, and then like the salt on top. And that's like my Friday drink. But like normally I'll just get like a venti triple, 2 pump mocha, almond milk. Like boring ass one too. Oh my god.
You should
I hate myself so much.
That's so cute. I love when you post on your Instagram stories like the little messages that they write on your.
They're so cute.
It's so cute.
Sometimes I get on my face when I drink them, and then I'll like go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my god, there's like a smiley mark on my face.
Oh my god. We should know, like for people that don't know, like Mal works at Starbucks, which is really funny. And she's not here right now because she's doing the opening shift at her Starbucks.
She has to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. It's disgusting. Anyway, I don't love Starbucks coffee. When I do get it, I just get a like an almond milk, like a tall almond milk flat white. And then I like to put like cinnamon in it, and that's basically it. I'm pretty boring in terms of my coffee drinks.
Where do you usually go if you don't go to Starbucks?
I go to when I was going to campus, I would go to I don't even remember what it's called anymore. This is how shitty my brain is. It's one of the coffee shops on the Great Dane, and in the UBC Nest. But if I'm just running around like my neighborhood in Lonsdale, I will go to a place called Lift. Really good coffee. But the best coffee in the world is at Wendell's Cafe and Bakery and Bookstore in Fort Langley, British Columbia. It's the best coffee you'll ever have in your life.
I also don't go to Starbucks that much. If I'm going somewhere now, I usually try to go to JJ Bean or Small Victory. I did also go to Great Dane when I was at UBC.
So good. I miss the
It's so
bagels.
good.
I miss the bagels. It's so bad.
But my go-to Starbucks order, I usually just go for like the seasonal stuff because I'm like a super basic bitch. So I currently will have it's like whatever the flavor is. So right now pumpkin spice, and then for Christmas I like gingerbread. But it's always either a triple or quadruple shot because I have like a serious espresso dependency. Latte with soy milk, half sweet, no whip. If I'm having a really bad day, I'll have whipped cream. But otherwise,
Vanessa, you don't drink coffee, right?
Not really.
How did you escape this? Like,
I'm a tea person. I don't know. I just like
Yeah,
never. I don't really like coffee, like the bitterness of it. I guess I do get like lattes.
I love it.
sometimes,
Like,
but-
goes straight to my soul. Makes me even more bitter.
the best coffee I've ever had, and that I probably think about at least twice a week, is Phil's Coffee in San Francisco. It's the best.
Interesting. I really
gonna
like
ahead.
no, I really like the fall drinks much more than, because I just like the taste of, like, growing up, my parents have always made like French press, but they always put cinnamon in their French press, just a little bit. And so I always kind of navigate more towards the fall drinks. So if I do go to Starbucks and I'm like, ooh, I really want something, I will get like a gingerbread latte or whatever.
Have you ever had their cinnamon dolce latte? That's what I get when it's not like a holiday drink.
I don't think I ever have.
It's good.
Is it? Yeah. I have a friend who, like, she also hates coffee, but she, like, the amount of frappuccinos she drinks, like, I've never seen. Like, I do not understand. Just, like, it's insane, the amount of like, to the point where she knows if it's not made properly. Like, she's like, they didn't do this in the step. How do you know this? It's very concerning.
I do like Tim Hortons ice caps. I do.
That reminds me of, like, high school. We would go.
I know, but I like that.
We'd go to the Tim Hortons closest to my school, and we'd all get our everything bagel with cream cheese. And you'd either get an ice cap or a half French vanilla, half coffee. Have you guys had Tim Hortons French vanilla lately?
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's just pure sugar syrup. Like, there's nothing else in there. But yeah, anyway.
It used
Classic.
to be like a powder back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a hot chocolate powder.
Oh,
I used to work, my first job ever was actually like Tim Hortons besides babysitting, like when I was 15. And then like, cause you couldn't work in the mall until you were 16. So like my very first job was, like that's how old I am.
Wait, so what were your guys' first jobs? What were your guys' first jobs?
Babysitting.
Babysitting
like
for sure.
Yeah, and then Tim Hortons. A lot of jobs.
And then I worked as a cashier at IGA. That was my first like legitimate job. And I think I started working there when I was 15 until it burned down.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. That's a good word.
What were you?
My first job was, you're laugh. I worked in a law firm. I was 13. They had to get a special child labor permit.
Oh my
So
God,
that I could work
Sam.
there for 2 weeks. And all I did was photocopy and shred things. Yeah. Because I think when I was like 13, I said to my mom, I want to be a lawyer. And they were like, maybe you should go see what a law firm looks like before you do that.
Did you watch Legally Blonde and want to be a lawyer? Because the amount of people, like, I remember.
I think it's very cute that you think Legally Blonde was out when I was 13.
Because I distinctly remember, like, watching Legally Blonde at a slumber party, and then all of us were like, we're gonna be lawyers. And that was, like, the thing for a while.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Georgia. I was 13 when Legally Blonde came out.
When did Legally Blonde come out?
2004. Don't ask why I know that.
What was your first
My job
Vanessa?
was working at the concession at Kits. Summer going into university.
Oh no, Legally Blonde came out in 2001. I don't know why I thought it was 2004.
Maybe that's when the second
It's
one
okay.
came
You've
out.
lived a lot of ages. They get confused sometimes.
Wow.
She can't just go one episode. Gotta toss the dig in there.
Oh, okay.
This is
Okay,
why
this is-
this is why I thought it was so funny when like those people were like, I've got a shocker for you. Sam's not in her 20s. I was like, who the fuck still thinks I'm in my 20s? Like, I genuinely don't understand. Like, do you live under a rock? I'm
A lot of people do,
in my 20s.
apparently.
Vanessa,
I mean,
you're not bullying me enough, obviously, if people don't know.
That whole age thing. Who sent that tweet? Was it Danny? Whoever sent that. And the amount of people.
I was just genuinely curious at first,
Yeah.
but I
You
didn't.
said something.
But I didn't know the RT blast. I was like, oh no. I think I don't want
No, it was
So
just
much.
so funny because, yeah, most people thought that we were significantly younger than we are.
a lot younger.
Yeah,
Except
which is
for
really
Sam.
funny.
I got a lot of
She got
actually,
a lot
I
of
got
like,
a lot of 20s.
yeah,
20s.
like
Yeah.
27
Late
and
20s.
stuff. Yeah. I like the
And you
ones that
got
were like,
25.
Some people like in my DMs after like ask me and like I'll say because I know they're younger. And I think I broke a few people's hearts because I'm so fucking old. I was like crying. I was like, oh my god.
oh, because they thought that they were in your wheelhouse, and then they
Yeah.
find out they're like so young.
There is nothing wrong with dating an older woman.
Oh god,
No,
it's so
there's
funny.
not. I have to say, like on the dating apps, the younger men are way more nice and polite and respectful than the
Oh,
30-year-olds
that's
and
interesting.
older. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, next question comes from Shafeen on Twitter. Which of your fellow broads would you most want to be stranded on a desert island with? And which would be the least?
I think we'd all just die on a desert island.
Yeah, I'd probably just off myself. I'm not gonna
Honestly, I think the person who has like the highest likelihood of survival might be Vanessa, because I think you do the most outdoor stuff.
Yeah, I think you would be for
Yeah.
sure. I was like day one, as soon as like if I wake up and like my makeup's half off my face and I don't like have any more, and I'm like, oh shit, where's my like cute Nike outfits? And I'm like, oh, my hoop earrings. Like, this is awful.
Like we have literal threads of the three of us being like, we're not going camping. So clearly none of us would survive on a desert island.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll answer it though. Well, I'll answer half of it.
I'm just waiting
She
for
can't
a
even
slight-
say it with a straight face.
Just go.
You guys know.
Honestly.
I would bring Sam with me because I need my mom with me.
But the hilarious thing is, like, I would legitimately just kill myself. I'm not kidding. Like, I would not survive on a desert island. Like, I'm not going to take care of myself, much less take care of you.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah, team kill yourself. That's
Survival skills, 0.
I'm just imagining Sam on Survivor.
It should be so bad.
Oh,
I feel like I would be pretty good at Big Brother, but I would be really bad at Survivor.
You'd be really good at Big Brother, I feel like.
That's fair.
Oh, what reality show do you guys think you'd be best on?
Can I say like Jeopardy?
Oh, I know. Oh,
Yeah,
God, I
you
would
can.
love to be on
Definitely.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably that.
oh shoot, what's that stupid?
I feel like Vanessa would be good at like The Amazing Race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know where they're like jumping on balls and walls?
Wipeout?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I do know. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Wipe out.
Wipeout, yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, you would be good on The Amazing Race.
Thank you.
Danny, what would you be on?
The Bachelor.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I
I'm
feel
like also
Danny
good.
would be a really good bachelorette. I feel like that
She would be a really good bachelorette. I agree.
all time. Like
It would be fun.
it would be so
Very
much
stressful.
fun.
Oh, it'd be stressful. I need you guys. I'd be actually part of the deal. Like, and then like the podcast, we could have the podcast after.
That would be amazing.
When they like come home to like meet the families, it's us. We just go to the resort.
Yeah,
It would
that
be
would be the best.
These
so
are these
much.
girls I do a podcast with.
Yeah. These are the broads.
They're gonna vet you. That would be so fun. Oh my god, Sam would be so good at vetting.
Oh,
I would have a lot of fun with that.
I feel like
I
you
would-
just sit there and be like remember when we were looking up the Ruslan Fedotenko thing and we like ended up finding like the voting records. Like, Sam would have their DNA before we even got in the room. It's like, I know your blood type, like everything
Gone
about
through
you.
all of their social media. Like
That'd be so funny.
that's like one thing too with dating, and when you find their last names. I'm someone who, I'm gonna Google search them just because.
of course.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the,
gonna.
that's
Why would
the
you
right
not?
thing to do.
And this like one guy told me about like how he like runs this company and all this stuff, and then I like look it up and his like name is on his dad's company's website as being like a manager, and I'm like, yeah, you own a company, and like all this stuff. Like
funny.
just like a quick Google of your name, like, and he was like dumb enough to tell me like his name, his like parents' names, and like I never told him. He doesn't know what my parents' names like what my parents are, like it's just weirdo.
Yeah.
Google people.
Yeah, always utilize it.
Clarissa, friend of the pod, Clarissa on Twitter. She sent in a bunch, but I'm going to choose this one. Which NHL mascot do you think you can probably beat up?
I only can think of like 4 mascots. not Gritty, because he punched a child.
I'm gonna say, what's his name? The Leafs mascot, the polar bear.
You would
Carlton?
beat up Carlton?
Carlton. Yeah, he's easy.
That's just because you
He's
don't
just
like
like
the
a little
Leafs.
floof.
The
I
funniest. Do you remember that video of Carlton the bear scaring Leafs players and Austin Matthews screaming? Because it was the funniest thing.
Oh my god. Now I'm looking up NHL mascots. Me too.
Okay, the one is, I'm going to not pick an NHL one. It's the 49ers one. His name is Sourdough Sam. And he's this like weird like gold miner named Sourdough Sam. And I just want to beat him up. Like, let me beat him up.
What's the team in the Premier League who's, or maybe they're not in the Premier League, but they're a soccer team. Their mascot is, it's like a boiler heater. Have you seen this? So funny. Izzy, what's the soccer team that their mascot is like a boiler heater?
Huh?
The soccer team. Oh, I need to find it. I think that I could beat up Iceberg. He looks like he's an easy target.
Oh.
He looks kind of like a creepy version of Big Bird.
I feel like I could. I'm also just scrolling through now.
I need to find this soccer team.
Okay, this is Sourdough Sam. Like, this is
That
not
is the
okay.
worst mascot.
Yeah, like, let me beat him up.
I don't
They should.
I don't like when they try and look like too human-y.
And he even has like a butt chin. Like, they really tried to like make him
Kind of looks
detailed.
like Gaston,
Oh,
Beauty and the Beast.
yes. Oh my god, he's wearing like dad jeans with like a huge 49ers buckle belt. This is just not okay. None of this.
I feel like I could probably beat out. Wow, these are terrible.
Okay, this is the team. It's West Bromwich. And their mascot is, you can't see it, is like a boiler.
Oh my god, I had no idea that was their mascot. What the hell? What? Oh my god.
Like,
Oh, what the? Look at the legs on that thing. Oh my god.
we should just
What?
take a minute to put F in the chat for Gunnersaurus, who will probably... We don't know if he's going to live to see another day. We talked about him on a previous episode. It's a sad time
Probably
for
not.
Mal and I. Ah. Did you pick one, Sam?
I feel like I could beat up Spartacat. That's the Ottawa Senators mascot.
Oh yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I'm just not a fighter. I run away.
either.
I'm a runner.
Yeah.
I avoid situations of confrontation.
If it's a sporting situation, I turn into a fighter. I don't know. It's like I'm different.
On that note, Sox fan on Twitter, what role on an NHL team would each broad believe she would fill? Pure goal scorer, fourth line grinder, playmaker, etc.
I'm athletically challenged.
I'm trying to think of
You
what I
don't have to take it
actually
literally.
did. I think of what I actually did.
I was never a hockey player.
I think I would have been like Tyler Mott or Troy Stetcher, like short but try hard. Like that was always me.
I can't believe that was last week.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like it's been a really long time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, it's because we did it on the Monday.
Yeah.
So it kind of messed everything up. I missed a meeting on Wednesday because I'm so used to my schedule being like so, like the way my brain works is like I know what I do every week. And because we weren't recording that night and I knew we weren't, it just like fucked me up. And I missed this meeting. Like,
Oh.
I didn't know how. I also didn't know. It was fine. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But I also didn't know how to explain. Like, I missed this meeting because my podcast didn't record tonight. Like an awkward explanation.
Can you imagine trying that?
Yeah, like, oh, instead, we interviewed a hockey player on Monday. So sorry.
I was just like, I can't believe that happened. Still.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Hit us with more questions.
Brian Little on Twitter. Favorite Halloween candy or chocolate bar?
Ooh.
Coffee Crisp.
How do you like Coffee Crisp, but you don't drink coffee?
Because it's different.
But it's the same flavor.
But like, you're drinking it. I don't want to drink it.
So funny.
I like the wafer.
I'm trying to think of like the classic.
She likes the wafer.
So wait, what about a Kit Kat then?
No, too much chocolate.
You make no sense to me.
Me neither.
I love it.
Oh, my Wi-Fi is terrible.
I was thinking about this the other night, and I think the absolute worst chocolate that you could get were Raisinets. You guys remember Raisinets? The fucking worst. Hate those.
They're called Glossettes now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're called? Oh, God, whatever they are.
There's like Glossettes peanuts, Glossettes raisins.
Yeah.
Okay.
both
Whatever
terrible.
it is, like
They're
the
both
chocolate
just
covered.
trash.
Oh God,
Like
it's the
waxy
worst.
chocolate.
Oh, it's so bad.
Disgusting.
Oh, the best Halloween chocolate. Okay, I had two things. One, I really liked cherry blasters when I was a kid, so I love like when you get the little sour cherry blasters. And then in terms of chocolate, I always liked Reese's peanut butter cups. My choices.
I really liked when I would actually trick or treat, like when I was little, I really liked getting Crunch Bars or like the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, the Crunch Bars is what I've been into, except like because I'm old and bougie now, I've been going to like the Rocky Mountain chocolate store and I get like their bark because they have the Rice Krispies bark. So it's like really good tasting chocolate with like really like big Rice Krispies too. Oh my God.
Do you ever think back on like Halloween when you were a kid and just think of how much sugar you consumed within the span of like 4 hours and just think, how? I'm so concerned for when I have children one day and like you just have to deal with these hopped up sugar monsters for a night. Oh God. Anyway. Fun times.
Okay. Jared Stepp on Twitter. This is for you old people. Degrassi or Edgemont?
Grassy.
Degrassi.
I didn't watch either.
She watched Breaker High though.
Hell yeah, I did.
Saved by the Bell.
I watched Saved by the Bell. I
Me
watched
too.
Breaker High. I watched what was that show that was on before Saved by the Bell?
Full House.
No, but I watched
Full
that.
House was
Oh, you want to hear a really funny story about Full House?
Yep.
It's
Always.
I guess it's tangent, sorry guys. But my parents couldn't decide what to name my youngest sister, and mine and my other sister's favorite show at the time was Full House, and we were like, name her Michelle, and they were like, oh, we actually really like that name, so they named her Michelle. So she's legitimately named Michelle after Michelle, like the Olsen twins character in Full House.
That's amazing.
Like, no joke.
That's amazing. Was it what's the show with oh my God. With Topanga.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
That was on the Friday night show. TGIF.
Oh, TGIF.
TGIF.
I have like this weird thing where my sister's almost 10 years older. So I got hit with so much of her pop culture stuff. Like I was watching Simpsons when I was extremely young and like New Kids on the Block. And I think she dragged me to see Titanic like 4 times. She had to babysit me this summer.
Oh, Titanic.
Just dragged me. She was obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio. So I have all these like weird things where I grew up. Like when I was little, I didn't watch like My Little Pony or Blue's Clues. I watched like Saved by the Bell because my sister had to babysit me.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Riot Survivor on Twitter. There are 6 parts to this, but I'm just gonna pick out a few. What's your number 1 all-time movie?
Oh,
That's so hard.
Number 1, like it depends what mood I'm in, kind of. It can,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Let's say Halloween movie. Or a Christmas movie, or like go thematically or something. I don't know. I would say Practical Magic and Hocus Pocus for me in terms of like spooky season right now. Though I do want to see this new version of The Witches.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, was the question just all-time movie?
Well, there's what's your all-time song, album, artist, movie, TV show, and book?
If I had to like pick a movie that I would watch, like
one that you can't get sick, you can never get sick of, I guess.
Pride and Prejudice, or The Sound of Music.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Mean Girls. I've watched that probably like 6 times this year.
I would go for Interstellar. Okay, how about favorite song?
Vanessa,
We all
you're
sound
the
like
best.
dumbasses, and then she's like Interstellar.
Like, wait, like all of our, like, I want to know, what about books? Does everyone have like a favorite? I guess my favorite book and most read book are different things too.
Yeah. I think.
That's like favorite movie and most watched movie too.
Yeah. Honestly, my most read book might be Pride and Prejudice. Though,
It's really good.
yeah, it's really good.
I actually have that
Because
book.
it's a classic, you can just kind of pick it up. But
I will say, sorry, back to movies. I also really love the Greta Gerwig version of Little Women.
oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it's so good. So good.
I love it.
I really love Lady Bird because I don't know about you guys.
Lady Bird was so good.
It was so accurate to so
Yes.
many like
Yes.
things, especially going to school at like a Catholic high school. Like the shit that they would do, I'm like, oh yeah, we did that. Like and there's just that vibe and the feeling of like growing up, and when you get to the age where you're so angsty with your parents. Like I really
Lady Bird was really good. And then Little Women, I went in expecting to like not like it just because I hate books to movies where I love the book.
Yeah.
But it was actually like the way she did it and cut it up and rearranged it was so good.
Mm.
Especially because it's been done so many times before. Like I went on a big rant before I watched it to my ex about how I was like pissed about like this is her movie. Like why did she pick Little Women? Like obviously like I love the book, but like
It was
come on. And then after I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. And he was like,
you understand? I hate Amy March like more than I've ever hated anyone in a book. And then I watched the movie and I love Florence Pugh's version of Amy. Like it's actually so good.
Mm.
It was weird. I haven't reconciled like book Amy with movie Amy.
The Seahawks are going to overtime right now.
The only football game I watched this weekend was...
Russell has not been playing well.
I can't believe how good Michigan was yesterday.
Oh my god, the pants! Oh my god,
The pants.
Harlow's pants. I was just, and then like when I
No, the
realized
back-to-back sacks. Like, what is happening?
Oh man.
Well, the running back, what's his name? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but Joe Milton. Joe Milton is so good. Were you supposed to say favorite book? I don't know if
I don't think I could pick a favorite. I honestly don't think I could pick a favorite book because I just cycle through them. I'm trying to think of my most read book. It's probably Pride and Prejudice or like Harry Potter, the third book. But I can't read Harry Potter now because J.K. Rowling's just
Me
like,
neither.
I know.
like I just can't, and it's so depressing because like, I think especially for our generation, there's so much in those books that you pull out, and like for me, the third book I really love because the whole idea of Dementors and like depression and like all that kind of stuff. Like I would read it when I was homesick too. Like that would be my thing wherever I was in the world, and so I'd always have a copy. And now I just like. I just can't do it.
I know. I agree.
It's bad.
What's like your favorite book you've read in the last year?
I need to look at my Goodreads list because I have no memory. Might be Red, White, and Royal Blue. That's really good.
My like exes, because like a bunch of my stuff is still there. I have like over 100 books there.
Have you, sorry, that reminds me of, have you read American Royals?
No.
That's really good too. It's,
Oh, is it?
It's YA, but it's really good YA. It's because you said Red, White, and Royal Blue. But it's basically a reimagination of the present day United States as if it were still a monarchy.
I think I've seen the cover of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
And it's like it's about to be like the first female heir to the throne.
Actually, okay, I read Normal People.
I was going to say Normal People
because I watched the show, and that was actually I think that is probably the best adaptation I've ever seen of anything. Like,
it was
so
good,
insanely well done. I also really like the book The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. That's a really good one.
I would also say Normal People. And then I read Save Me the Plums by Ruth Reichel, who used to be the editor-in-chief of Gourmet Magazine. And it's her memoir of like when she ran Gourmet from the time she took over until it went bankrupt. And it's really interesting.
Wow.
I've been rereading like a lot of my favorite like comfort books. Just, I don't know, that's like what I've done. I guess the newest book I'm reading Mariah Carey's biography right now, and then it's really good so far. Because like all the racism she experienced growing up is like really sad. Like it's hard to read because it's so sad and stuff, and like her upbringing is very sad and stuff. So I'm not at like the gossipy parts yet, but I know apparently she talks about Derek Jeter and that. So I'll talk about that on the pod when I get there. And like he apparently inspired some songs and stuff. So I'm excited to get to that part. Not gonna lie.
Amazing.
But like I also love like graphic novels, and I have like a bunch of Marvel ones, and like the X-Men are my favorite. So I've been reading like a lot of those, and like The House of M is a really good one, which is like a Scarlet Witch story.
Ooh. And
it's like all like crazy and twisted. Like, yeah. I was going to talk about it, but then I'm like, if I start to say, like, no one's going to understand. So, like, not what anything means, but yeah, it's good.
So funny.
Derek Jeter makes me think of that tweet from earlier in the week where that guy was like, this girl is wearing like a pink New York hat. And then I asked her and she didn't even know who Derek Jeter was. And I was like, honestly, like, I know who Derek Jeter is, but if somebody asked me that, first of all, my instinct would be to be like, no, just because I don't talk to fucking weird men on transit when I'm alone, because I have common sense and high degrees of self-protection. Yeah. But I would have also, to fuck with him, I would have just been like, oh, is that Minka Kelly's like ex-boyfriend? Yes. Like that is the only thing I would have said to him.
I would have been like, oh, the grad bag guy. Like every time you fuck Derek Jeter, he gives you like a bag full of goodies to keep your mouth shut.
Oh my God.
Swag bag.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so ridiculous.
That's what I would say. Oh, him? That guy?
Crazy.
All-time, let's go album. It'll be too hard to pick a song, but
Okay, this is gonna be really random, but like the person I've seen in concert the most is I've seen Roger Waters from Pink Floyd 3 times. As someone like our age group, that's like so random and weird.
I've heard that the shows are really good though.
Oh, they're incredible. They're like amazing. Like that's why I've seen them. It was all different shows each time, albums. But yeah. Like
it's
incredible
impossible
like,
to
visuals.
And what about like what's the first CD you ever bought or had?
Shania Twain, Come On Over.
Okay, mine was also Shania Twain's Greatest Hits and Wide Open Spaces by the Dixie Chicks. So I got them with a boombox for Christmas.
That's amazing. The concert, actually, who I've seen in concert the most is Our Lady Peace, and they're really good live. Also, because Rain Maida used to be a total babe.
Ooh. I think the best concerts I've been to have been at like the Vogue or the Commodore, like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I went to see, I will never forget seeing Taylor Swift at BC Place. It was so bad. And like, she's a weird performer, like, because you can see she's really aware of herself. So she does like this throughout the show. Like, that's all she does. And then you also just couldn't really hear her. But what was interesting was that Shawn Mendes and Ed Sheeran opened for her. So I saw them. But no, I think the best concert I ever went to was the Arctic Monkeys at the Vogue. And Alex Turner was so drunk. It was very funny.
Seen Shawn Mendes twice.
I saw Kanye West like when he did late registrations, like when I was in high school. And that was like really, that was an experience. That was like so much fun. Yeah. I saw Kendrick Lamar when he was here last, and that was when I realized I'm way too old to be at concerts. There's like some guy who's like 16 next to me wearing like all Supreme, and he's saying the N-word, and I'm just like, you're white, motherfucker. Like, oh.
So when I realized I was too old to be at a concert was, so the first time I saw Jay-Z was in Montreal, and it was amazing. Then the last time I saw Jay-Z was when he was here with Beyonce, and every single person around me was like dying for Beyonce, which like totally fair. But when Jay-Z did like, he did like dirt off my shoulder, and they had no idea what was happening, and I was like, I can't be here. Like, I physically can't be because you don't know Jay-Z.
That's so funny.
It was not good.
My first like albums were Destiny's Child, their like self-titled one, like with the four of them. Mm-hmm. Like when like LaToya was on there, and Baby One More Time as well.
Classic. The thing is, I don't do well at concerts because I'm so short that like as soon as one person stands up, I'm like, oh, fuck my life. Like, can't see anything. And people started like bringing in like full on iPads, or their like phones are so massive that you're like, I can't see anything.
You know who's really good too is SZA, like on TDE label, like R&B. She has like a rap sometimes for being like really shitty live, but I've seen her twice and she's incredible. And her album Control is like my favorite. Like if I had a favorite album, like I listen to that like once a week still, like at work. It's amazing. Like I actually do have a favorite album.
The Foo Fighters are also really good live. Like
yes,
really, really good.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Vanessa, what was your first album? Did you buy it on iTunes? Please don't tell me that.
No, but it was Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff.
Yes!
Let the rain fall down.
Yes!
I watched the Laguna reunion yesterday.
What?
Yeah, I watched the Laguna reunion. It was good.
I read some recaps, and I'm like, oh man, all these moments are fake, and I like knew it, but now I really know it. God damn it.
But it was really entertaining.
Yeah.
Christina still annoys me.
Oh yeah.
She's super annoying.
There's like people that I forgot that were on the show. Like I forgot Trey was on the show. Like, oh yeah, he was there. Sorry, dude.
There was a moment where she was like, because they asked each of the cast members what they were up to. And she was like, oh, it's so awkward because like I'm like on with all these women and you're all like CEOs and founders. And she's like, I'm like the CEO of my household.
Oh no.
And I died inside.
Oh
it was so bad.
That's rough.
Oh man.
Cringe.
Like she made it awkward. It didn't have to be awkward, and she made it super awkward. Yikes. We talk about Hilary Duff
Baltimore. A lot. Who? Laguna?
No, Duff. Who? She's having another baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna eat the placenta this time.
Oh God.
Yeah, so she talked about that on Whitney Cummings' podcast. She ate it in like pill form, like capsule form. Like, just because I heard it, you guys have to. So you're welcome, everybody.
This is all Vanessa's fault.
Did you guys get any from when you guys tweeted it?
Oh, we
got a
do have to
bunch.
answer one from J Swing.
Oh.
Where is it? You can read it.
Who do we like better, Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
100% Kendrick.
I'm like not a Drake fan.
Drake's done some weird stuff. Particularly with the ladies. He seems very concerning.
Lots of red
Like
flags.
full stalker status. Very weird interactions with like that girl who was on Stranger Things who's like 16. Don't like it.
I know. Every
Also,
time
like
he
the super cringe Rihanna stuff.
Oh, the Rihanna stuff is so cringe.
yeah.
Yikes.
And then I like read that he was kind of going after, trying to go after SZA a bit, and I was like, oh my god,
I saw that
don't! I will murder you, and I don't care. Stay away. But yeah, Kendrick legitimately has a way stronger discography. He doesn't have any misses. Like you can start right from Section 80 all the way up to Damn, and Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite, and To Pimp a Butterflies after that, and great too.
I actually like, I don't really listen to that much rap, I will be honest. I don't listen to that much music anymore. I listen to a lot of podcasts. So, but I would say,
I listen to both of them. It just kind of depends what I'm doing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like I do
Like, they're very
really
different.
like some Drake songs
Yeah.
for sure. I do. And like, yeah, if I want to do.
I know why Jay Swing said he knows what I would have said. It's because Jeff is like super obsessed with the pop star music video, which like, to be fair, it's actually really funny.
Yeah.
But so like every time I've had my Instagram on for like the last 4 Fridays, pop star has been playing in the background because Jeff just plays the video on the yeah, that's my life right now. It's a hilarious video.
It
Yeah.
is.
I really love the song Love by Kendrick Lamar. That's probably the one I've listened to the most. And I remember like when that album came out, because I was living in Scotland at the time, and all my roommates were like freaking out about it. It's also the summer when Despacito came out.
I really go through phases. I haven't been listening to that much rap lately. And if I do, it's usually just like older stuff.
Yeah. I'm really into like 2000s stuff.
I like R&B a lot.
I love R&B too.
I think that's why I like that Kendrick Lamar song, because it's much more R&B.
Mhm.
Yes, rap. Yeah.
Somebody asked us if you prefer Biggie or Tupac, but I can't remember who asked that. I saw it when I was scrolling through at some point. I prefer Biggie.
Me too. I am like, I love the West Coast, but yeah, I do prefer Biggie as well.
I have no thoughts or opinions on this at all.
His flow and cadence is amazing. And
Rob Faye's gonna watch this and be like, you know who Biggie is? Because he just assumes that I don't know anything.
So
I don't know, like what, I guess like since I was like young, like Destiny's Child and everything, I just got really into like rap and hip hop and R&B.
yeah.
And like I did go through like everything. I think every person goes through their eyeliner phase and stuff. But like, I was like obsessed with like Nirvana and everything. Like
I listened to a lot of Eminem when I was younger.
Have you guys seen Izzy's Eminem costume for Halloween?
No.
what?
I have. Oh, I saw Eminem live in Squamish, and he was amazing.
That's
It was
really
so
cool.
good.
Hold.
So good.
I find this. Give me a second, because it's iconic.
I'm so excited for this.
Especially because he looks like him.
Oh my god.
Where the hell is this thing?
I'm not going to be able to unsee Izzy as Eminem. It's going to be so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you have so many photos?
Oh my god.
Can you see?
Oh, and the Detroit Toque and everything.
This is amazing.
I think he dressed up like that for like multiple Halloweens because it's just the easiest costume. Just wear
Amazing.
headphones and the Detroit hat.
I'm tweeting this.
It's so I'll
I'm
send
gonna
it.
tag him too.
I think JD posted it one time, or no, maybe Izzy posted it. I can't remember. Anyway, it's very funny. Okay, someone did ask what's our favorite all-time sports moment, but I can't remember if we've answered that before. And I don't know what mine would be.
I think we did our favorite Canucks moment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that like kind of counts, I think. Somehow. I don't know.
I think the 2010 Olympics was pretty iconic, I would say. I think also like I would pay to go back and be in the crowd for the Izzy.
I'm gonna do something.
He's not listening to me. But the I think it was 2016, the Blue Jays playing the Rangers when that whole inning like chaos went down. I think I would pay to go back in time and see that.
What was the question?
All-time sports moment.
I would say 2010 as well.
That you were at or that you would want to see?
Just like what do you think is the all-time sports moment? I was thinking pure sports, but there's also like there's a lot of like the Mexico Olympics with the fists raised and like there's a lot of things that you could go to, I guess.
Yeah. 2010 is a really good one.
I have this from 2010, which is like sacrilege.
Oh my God. Wow.
I saw a game live. Like obviously the Canadian tickets were like ridiculous, but I did get to see US play Switzerland for a game and got this.
This is like the worst moment of my life. Not the worst, I'm just being dramatic. But when the World Juniors were here in 2006, my mom like wouldn't let me skip the first day of my second semester, and I was going to McGill at the time, and she like refused to let me stay to see the gold medal game. So I went back to Montreal. My dad gave our tickets to literally my two best friends who went to the game with my tickets. And I obviously skipped class and didn't go to class and watched on TV. And I was like, this is the fucking dumbest thing that has ever happened. Like,
oh no.
Clearly you weren't going to make me go to class. Yeah, it was not great. I was not happy.
No. That's rough.
That's awful.
Daddy just appears in screen.
I was just like right behind it. And I was just like making faces like for
just like slid in.
I was like listening and just like making faces.
You said this is like that's awful.
It was like the perfect timing. Well, and then like we got tickets to the juniors last year, and then they didn't win. Yeah, also shit. I mean, not last year, but when they were here.
Yeah,
2 years ago now.
Previously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any last questions?
I have a bunch.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Where did I tweet this? Sorry, Izzy just retweeted me.
He's super proud of that costume, and it's like
it's
fair.
Really good.
It is good. He's not
Joshua
looking at me
Griffith.
right now.
How does Vanessa Jang feel about not being able to go to bars or legally vote and have a curfew?
I guess I saw this coming. I feel like this week has been all about the age attacks on Sam. I apologize.
I mean, yours are at least funny. The other one
It's
was
funny how
just
Brock
stupid.
McGillis he's on board now.
Yeah.
Rob Fay is on board now.
Those are actually funny.
Scott Rintoul is on board now. Matt Sakaris is on board now.
I will say, like, the trolls who are like tweeting things about our personal lives, like, you're getting a little fucking weird and creepy. And I think I said this in reply to one of the things, but the best part about being in your 30s is having disposable income and having friends who are PIs. So keep tweeting about my personal life, and I'm going to tweet a lot about yours. Listen, I like don't push me. Not happy about it. Who can and can't handle spicy food?
I cannot.
I can, and I add always spice to make my food spicier. But if like I'm with people and I know they don't, then I just will not add things. Like I'll put like extra like chilies in like sauces and stuff like that. Or if I'm doing like homemade pizzas and stuff like too, I'll like throw chilies all over.
Yeah, that'll just one. Yeah.
I'm so mad.
I think or something just there's a flag.
I genuinely like when we record during sporting events.
Is he just bolted up like this? And now he's sad.
And I actually think
I hate this thing.
That's the feedback we've gotten too, is that people like when we're recording episodes during games and stuff.
One girl didn't.
I don't care.
Spicy food, I like medium level spice. I do like hot wings a lot. That's where I usually end up.
I also like medium level spice.
My dad is like, oh my God. He's obsessed with spicy food. And so I'll go to my parents' house and we'll be eating some like potato salad and I'll take a bite and my mouth will explode into fire. I'll be like, what the fuck is in here? And he'll be like, oh, I put some Thai chilies in there.
Oh my God.
Just for some fun. I'm like, you have to warn me. Like, I can't just bite into something and like literally in my face. And then I went last week, Izzy and I were there and
holy fuck.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
The Seahawks lost.
Not yet, but they're about to.
We're gonna clip that.
No, don't cut that. That's like the best thing ever.
No, we're gonna clip it.
I thought you said you were gonna cut it. I was like, what?
No, we're keeping that.
Oh my God.
That was so funny. Put that in the intro. From now on, it'll be like Spice Girls into Izzy going, holy fuck.
Oh my God. Anyway, we were at my parents' house and my mom's telling me this story about how my dad cooked something. She ate it and then her throat, it was so hot, her throat started starting to close.
Oh my God.
And then instead of being like, I'm not going to eat this, she thought, I'm going to try it again and see if it was really that. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Anyway, it's my parents.
Amazing. I also handle like medium to spicy. What's your favorite hot sauce?
That's hard.
Ooh. It depends what I'm eating it in. Like sometimes I like a Frank's because I like the tang, and sometimes I just like sriracha, or I don't love Tabasco. I'm not a big Tabasco person.
Me neither.
Probably sriracha, I guess then. One thing I do love is like drowning my sushi in wasabi.
Me too.
Like
I love wasabi.
I love it. And I love, especially when it goes up into your sinuses. Love that feeling.
Mine too. Kraft Dinner or Annie's?
KD. Isn't Annie's just like organic? Isn't that the difference?
I don't think so.
Is it vegan?
There's like different ones you can get. You can get like rice pasta ones. You can get gluten-free ones. You can get like white cheddar. Traditional.
Just get the original white cheddar.
Mm.
I prefer Annie's.
I've only ever had Kraft Dinner, and I've only ever made Kraft Dinner and then eaten the entire box and then immediately regretted every part of my life.
I have a lot of questions on here. Charcuterie board items. What is overrated and underrated? This is very food themed.
I don't love the dried fruits on it.
I don't like the dried fruits either.
Give me cheese. Give me the meats. Maybe some like grapes or some like, I don't know, berries of some kind, but and crackers and stuff. But do not give me like prunes. That is disgusting.
Oh.
Or like dates or like figs.
No,
Or
gross.
Ugh.
No,
I don't like olives personally. But it's just like
I love olives.
Me too.
most people do. But
I can't not like them. I'm Italian. Would not be allowed.
Someone asked this like real hockey question. Brockhard, do Canucks make the playoffs next year with our current roster?
No.
It really depends on like what the season
Depends on
looks
the
like.
division.
It really depends on the division.
If it's like Pacific Division, I'm gonna go no. And if they do, it'll be like squeaking in. If it's Canadian, I think they have a better shot.
Even in the all Canadian, like they might be like no one will be worse than Ottawa, but yeah, I don't know. And it depends on our goaltending.
I think they are.
Jacob Markstrom like dragged them at points, so
I think they are a bubble team.
Bubble.
Just what I said they were last year.
Seahawks lost.
What is your favorite in-person sporting moment from Cody Sweet?
Well, mine's kind of when I coached. Like
Oh.
my sister's soccer team.
That's cute.
But like actually I'm like thinking like that's probably like the moment more than.
Did they win a big championship or?
No, they didn't actually. They lost.
Oh.
But it was like to go to like the finals for the provincials or the semifinals for the provincials, and they had like their best players playing in the basketball provincials, and they picked that over the soccer, so they were playing like with no subs and like already short on the field, and they went to like extra time, but they lost. And it was like my 19th birthday. So, like, for, like, the halftime when one of the girls scored, she went up to the half, and, like, because I like celebrations because I'm obnoxious. So, one of the girls put her, like, knee up, and then the girl who scored put her, like, cleat on her knee, and then the girl, like, shined it with her jersey, and then, like, pointed at me, and I was like, yes.
Aww.
Yeah, so that was, like, the highlight for me. But I was just, like, yeah, the assistant coach on that team. Like, my dad coached it, and then my sister was on the team.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that many crazy in-person things. I saw Elias Pettersson score cool goals. The wildest sporting event I ever experienced was the first year that Vegas was in the league. I went to that game and I brought my friend from Spain. I've told this story before, but I brought my friend from Spain. And she'd never been to a hockey game before. And she like didn't really know what was going on, but was really excited about it. And then like a minute and a half before I think it was the second period, it might have been the first, ended, a puck flew over the glass and like knocked some woman, I guess like 6 rows below us, and like cut her open, and it was like total chaos, and they were like throwing towels from the ice because the paramedics weren't getting there fast enough, and then they had to stretcher her out. And my friend from Spain is like, what the fuck is this sport that you brought me to? And I was like, this never happens. I've never seen this happen. Like, I know it does happen occasionally, but like, I've never seen this happen. Like, this is not a normal thing. She's like, I don't like this anymore. I'm so sorry. That was one of the wildest moments I've ever witnessed.
We're doing one that I've like similar to Danny's that I've been a part of. In grade 10, we won BC Catholics for volleyball.
Wow! BC Catholics!
That was a fun
Did you
time.
play Holy Cross?
We played STM.
Oh.
No, was it STM? Yeah, St. Thomas More.
Mm.
I think
That's fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
And then in grade 7 and 8, back-to-back club national champions.
Hell yeah.
That was a good time too.
Did you guys do any BC Catholic finals? I did for track.
I didn't play high school sports. Also, my
Me
school
neither.
Sucked. Because the only thing was soccer, and I wasn't a soccer player, but that was like the only thing. And I was way too short for volleyball, guys, and basketball. Can't do that shit. So
I was short too. You can do it.
No. I can't do layups. Like I don't understand. I remember being in gym and just being like, I don't get this. Trying to do these things all at once does not compute in my brain. I cannot do this. So
mine was, I saw Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer do their, not during the Olympics, but they did like Stars on Ice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they redid the exact same routine, and it was so good. So
That's
that was
very
good. And then probably Game 5 against the Sharks.
Fair. Okay, let's do one more. From someone named The Stanchion.
Speaking of
Cantaloupe or Honeydew?
neither.
I already answered this.
Yeah,
I fucking
neither.
hate cantaloupe. It's disgusting. Honeydew melon is fine. Did you guys see the picture that I posted in reply?
Yeah, I did.
Nothing makes me more mad than when you get a fruit cup and it's 90% cantaloupe. Get that shit out of here. Give me some pineapple. Something good.
I don't think since I've been in like an adult living on my own, I've ever bought a cantaloupe or a honeydew. Like I honestly can't remember the last time. Like I'll buy like for melons, watermelon is the melon I buy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had like a honeydew, but I've had honeydew bubble tea, and I did not like it.
Oh, honeydew works well. This is inside baseball. Honeydew works well when you make smoothies because it works. Because it kind of just like if you whip it up, like it just kind of turns into a sorbet, and it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet that it like messes up what you're making. Fun fact.
Interesting. I'll need to try that.
Yeah. You just freeze it up and then it's like sorbet. It's perfect.